Hey everyone, today, we're going to talk about something super exciting: artificial intelligence AI. Don't let today's AI, with its self-driving cars, voice assistants, and smart recommendations, fool you. It wasn't always this cool. In fact, AI's journey has been a roller coaster ride, full of ups and downs. So, how did AI go from a fantasy to the black tech that's about to change the world? Well, let's walk through the 7 stages of AI's development and see how it evolved into what it is today. Stage 1. The seed. What's AI? Sounds cool, but what is it? Let's start at the very beginning, the 1950s. Back then, AI was just an idea. I mean, computers back then were so weak that they couldn't even compete with your phone today. The only thing people had was imagination. That's when Alan Turing, yes, the Turing test guy, asked a mind-bending question: can machines think? This question lit the spark for the development of AI. At that point, AI wasn't a real thing, it was more like a dream. Scientists were trying to figure out if machines could think, but there was no real tech to make it happen. The first experiments were just theoretical stuff like machines playing chess or solving math problems. So AI was basically stuck in the idea phase and had no practical applications yet. Stage 2. The awakening. Rules and reasoning. Fast forward to the 1960s. And AI finally started to make some moves. Computers were still pretty basic, but now, they could follow simple rules and do some logical reasoning. This is when the first expert systems came about, which allowed computers to make decisions based on a set of fixed rules. Think of it like a kid who follows the rules of a game but can't think outside the box. AI at this stage was able to handle tasks like reasoning, playing chess, and diagnosis, but it was still quite limited. If you gave it a new situation, it would be totally lost. So AI wasn't smart in a human sense yet. It was more like a robot doing exactly what it was told, with no room for creativity. Stage 3. The winter. The AI winter. Everybody's disappointed. Now, here's where things got a little cold. In the late 1970s and 1980s, AI hit a big roadblock. People's expectations were sky high, but the technology just couldn't keep up, leading to the dreaded AI winter. No breakthroughs were happening, and investors started pulling out. Everyone was wondering, is this even worth it? This was a tough period for AI, but it wasn't the end. In fact, this period of stagnation actually gave researchers time to reflect and rethink the direction AI should take. The conclusion: AI wasn't something that could be built overnight. It was going to be a long game, requiring patience and long-term investment. Stage 4. The revival. Machine learning to the rescue. By the 1990s, AI was back with a vengeance, thanks to machine learning. Now, instead of following fixed rules, machines could learn from data. They didn't need to be told exactly what to do, they could analyze data and figure things out themselves. This was a huge leap forward. At this stage, AI became a lot more capable. For example, it started to excel in speech recognition, handwriting recognition, and image classification. AI could actually learn from experience, which made it way smarter than before. It wasn't perfect, but it was getting there. Stage 5. The explosion. Deep learning takes over. Fast forward to the 21st century, and this is where things really started to explode. Enter deep learning, a game changer that allowed AI to go from learning from data to learning like a human brain. Deep learning works by simulating neural networks, the stuff that makes your brain work, and it allowed AI to handle much more complex tasks. This was the stage where AI really started showing off. Things like AlphaGo beating world champions in Go and self-driving cars became reality. Deep learning helped AI take on tasks that were previously impossible, from language translation to image recognition, and even decision-making. AI wasn't just smart anymore, it was becoming extraordinary. Stage 6. The rise. AI becomes mainstream. Now we're in the era where AI is everywhere. Seriously, look around. Smart assistants like Siri and Alexa, recommendation systems on Netflix, self-driving cars, medical diagnostic tools, you name it. AI is no longer some niche technology, it's part of our daily lives. At this stage, AI has become a tool for every industry: healthcare, finance, education, you name it. It's even helping companies improve customer service, manage logistics, and predict trends. In short, AI is ubiquitous now, and it's just getting started. It's no longer just a cool piece of tech, it's transforming industries and shaping the way we work, live, and think. Stage 7. The singularity. AI becomes smarter than us. Here's where it gets really wild: superintelligence. In the future, AI might surpass human intelligence. We're talking about machines that don't just learn from data, but can actually evolve their own thinking, set their own goals, and maybe even have independent thought. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it's not as far off as you think. This is the stage where AI could potentially become an independent entity, with its own thoughts and strategies. It could solve problems humans can't even begin to understand. But of course, that raises some huge questions. What happens when AI becomes more intelligent than us? Can we control it? Will it start making decisions we can't even predict? The future of AI is both exciting and a little bit terrifying. Conclusion: AI's future is limitless. From a far-fetched dream to today's life-changing technology, AI's journey has been anything but smooth. But every step along the way has been a breakthrough, a leap forward. Today, AI is transforming the way we think, work, and live. The future of AI. Well, it's not just about better recommendations or smarter gadgets. It's about AI becoming something that might one day surpass human intelligence, change entire industries, and possibly even change the way we define what it means to be intelligent. Are we ready for that future? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure: AI is here to stay.